Hello. So, this is the Royal Rumble 2023 review. Yes, I know, I actually watched the Rumble. I didn't watch it last year, but this year I did. So, surprisingly, there was no kickoff show this year. Well, there was a kickoff show, I should say there was no match on the kickoff show. It was just lots of talking, basically. Lots of video packages and all that. All that jazz hands. Yeah, so yeah, that was that. And then we went into the actual Royal Rumble. Probably got a really long Royal Rumble show. So they started off, I was surprised actually they would start off with this, but they started off with the 30-man over the top rope Royal Rumble. Yeah, the men's Royal Rumble was the opening match. There were some good moments. It was quite rare this, because normally with the men's Royal Rumble, you get like loads of surprise entrants. This year there wasn't that many really, apart from one. I would say the most surprising entrant was Logan Paul. He entered at like 29, I think. Might be earlier than that, I can't remember. But yeah, he was in it. And talking of Logan Paul, probably the best thing in the match was Logan Paul and Ricochet, when they did the flying clotheslines off the top rope from either side of the ring. Very impressive. Overall, the Rumbles, that particular Rumbles, a bit underwhelming for me. I just didn't. It was all right, but it was all right. There was nothing, and like there were some good moments, there were bad moments, but it just, for me, it didn't work. But yeah, Cody won it, so Cody's off to Mania, which is great. I predicted this months ago, by the way. I said he would. But yeah, there you go. That's because I'm Nostradamus. More on that later. Next match was the bizarre pitch black match, the Mountain Dew pitch black match between Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. This didn't go very long, and it was really weird, to be honest. It didn't make much sense to me, but yeah, it was odd. Bray won, but it was just, I don't know, it was a bit weird. I just couldn't. Yeah. The lighting was great. They had like dark lighting, and then like LA Knight's like pants. He was all like luminative. It was really really lovely. And then there was some good bits. I think probably the best bit was LA Knight jumping off the barrier and putting Bray for a table. That was pretty cool. And like the stuff coming off the table was like quite cool. Yeah, I like that. Um, but yeah, and then Bray won the match, and then like after the match, Bray suddenly became the Undertaker and started stalking LA Knight. It was weird. And then LA Knight and they started battling on top of some cables and stuff, and then out of nowhere, Uncle Howdy appeared and jumped off the top and disappeared in a pool of flames. So it was weird, really weird. It was all right, that match. It was all right. That's all I can say. Then it was the Raw Women's Championship match. Bianca Belair defending against Alexa Bliss. Alexa Evil Bliss, that is. And this is good. It's a good match. They had they had a match on the Raw, January 2nd Raw, which, when I read the review of it, there was a lot of mistakes in it. This didn't seem to have as many, but it was still enjoyable. So at this point, this was probably the best match of the night, for me. But then Alexa and Bianca are really good at what they do, so I was expecting it met my expectations. yeah, it was a good match. Bianca won, which is disappointing because personally, I mean, I like Bianca, but she's been champion now for 9 months. It's getting boring. So that's just me. She won it at Mania. She's still champion now. I'm bored of it. I'm really bored of it. So, that's just me. And then we have the 30 Women's Royal Rumble. Oh, just brilliant. Just probably the best Women's Rumble I've ever seen. It was so good. There were so many good things in it. Even the bad things were good. Like the return of Chelsea Green at number 20 and getting eliminated after 36 seconds. Which for me, I know some people out there were going, oh my God, that's disgraceful. They're not back in. Job, they're out. No. It made sense. Long term storyline. It will make sense. Believe me. Believe me, it will make sense. Just stick with it. I know what they're doing with Chelsea Green, so it's going to be good. That's all I'm going to say on it. And then the actual Rumble itself, the ending was just perfect. So Asuka, so all on so there's three of them. There was Asuka, Rhea Ripley, and Liv, all on the outside on the ring. It was brilliant. Asuka then did the green mist, and I think she was aiming for Rhea, and it hit Liv in the face, so Liv couldn't see anything. So she was just like frailing her arms. It was really good. And then Asuka got eliminated, and then Liv was trying to get Rhea out, and then Rhea was hanging from the top rope with her hands almost touching, and then Liv I think tried to get back in the ring, and then Rhea just did a hurricanrana, and it was beautiful. It was so good. It was such a good Rumble. It's so good. And coming back to Nostradamus, I said Rhea would win this ages ago. So it's Rhea's time. And yeah, she's just phenomenal. And people some people out there keep saying about, oh, Rhea's like China. No, Rhea's not like China. China was China, Rhea is Rhea. I don't like comparisons in wrestling. Oh, well, this is the blah, blah, blah and the blah, blah, blah. No, they're who they are. China was on another level, and Rhea is on another level. Rhea's carving her own path in the industry. And I think she is the star of Judgment Day. It's not Dominic, that's for sure. I like Dominic. I like his character, but Rhea all day long. And then we have the main event. KO taking on Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. The match itself wasn't too bad. I mean, there was the obvious, everyone talks about Kevin Owens slipping from the ropes, but hey, things happen. It's live TV, folks. Live TV. Live pay-per-view. Live premium live event. Things happen. Things don't go as planned, but it was good. It was a good match. The match had some good points, had some bad points, and it was really, really good. So it ended, and Roman won, obviously, because that's all he does. And then I was like, well, what's going on here then? It's just ended well early. So then, to set the scene for this, you've got to go back to earlier in the kickoff show where they showed a digital media exclusive, where they showed Roman backstage with Sammy and Jay and Jimmy and Solo, and the not really wise man Paul Heyman in the background, and they were he was saying because you've got to go back to Raw as well because they had a trial and Sammy was found not guilty. Okay, so you've got to stick with it on this. So, and he said right, I want you with me tonight, Sammy. No one else. Bloodline can stay back here. Solo can stay back here. I want Sammy with me all night. So during the match, he was asking Sammy to do this, and Sammy's like, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, I'll do it. So basically, to cut a long story short, because I know I'm going on a bit here. But yeah, so Roman, with the Usos' help, chained, handcuffed. The handcuffs came from Paul Lehman, and they attached KO to the ropes, handcuffed him to the ropes, and then they just started wailing away on him and basically beating the crap out of him, and then like they just kept hitting him, and then for some bizarre reason, Roman decided, he was going to put Kevin Owens down permanently with a chair. So he put a chair in the ring and he asked Sammy to do it, and Sammy's like, oh, I don't know. This is my mate. I don't know. So Sammy tried to talk him out. He's saying, like, come on now. It's gone too far. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do this. And then he just handed the chair to Sammy, basically saying, you take your friend out. And he was like, okay, is he going to do it? Is he going to hit him? He's going to hit Kevin. He's going to hit him. No, he hit Roman on the back. And then like all hell broke loose, and then the Usos started. Well, Jimmy started beating the crap out of Sammy, and Solo did the spike thing. But Jay looked at him, and Jay went, I don't know, and slid out the ring. This was one of the best endings to a show I've ever seen. The storytelling for the last 7-8 months has been outstanding. It was a brilliant payoff. I've never seen something so good before that isn't a wrestling match. It was wonderful, and for that reason, I think my rating of the actual show itself went up because of that final segment. I actually give the whole show an 8 out of 10. I thought it was that good. Yes, there's a few things that weren't right with it, but the second half of the show, for me, the Women's Rumble and the main event at the ending of after the main event saved this show for me. The Women's Rumble was the best match on the card for me, and then the best moment was that bit. It is just a wonderful storytelling, and that's when long-term storytelling pans out. And a lot of companies don't do long-term storytelling, and it's been a brilliant story, and it's been an annoying story at times, but it's been brilliantly done, brilliantly written, and kudos to everyone, because I didn't see that coming. I didn't think that would happen. Well, not yet anyway, and I thought it was just I know I'm glad now, but I loved it. I really did, and I was very impressed by all parties. And yeah, 8 out of 10. So yeah, that's the Will's opinion, and as we all know, the Will is always right. You can't see me. Woo! So yeah, there we are. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I will see you all very, very soon. And all I've got to say about that is Vengeance Day is coming this weekend. NXT. See you.